Hi, I'm Tom Stimson, and I call this video series Stuff You Need to Know. This is the fourth segment on RFPs, Request for Proposals. And in this segment, we're going to talk about closing. We've talked about qualifying, we've talked about positioning. Now we're at the point where we're working on the close. So, in the last segment, we worked on an agreement with the client, verbally negotiating with them on what the scope of work of the project is going to be. In the closing process, I'm actually going to write up the scope of work, which is often the first half of any proposal, and I'm going to present them this scope of work for their approval. If they don't approve it, we go back to our agreement, we renegotiate on what it is that we're trying to accomplish and refine the scope of work. Once I have a scope of work that they agree to, that yes, this is what I understand, this is what I want, this is what we've talked about, now I can go into actually writing the proposal itself, which is put a price to it. There's no point in putting a price on something if it's not correct. Okay? The step that many of us skip in the RFP process is we go straight to writing a proposal, and we don't even know that it's exactly what the customer wanted. We make the assumption that their RFP is accurate and it's actually what they need. We have to have the conversations with them. Don't forget to go back and rewatch the other videos. So if I write the proposal and I get to a price, I can send it to them. And now we're starting the negotiation process because we've already agreed on the scope of work, so we know the scope of work is accurate. We may not agree on the price. We may have to negotiate, which may involve refining the scope of work, coming up with different terms and conditions, but we keep going through the process until we get that confirmation. And a confirmation can be a yes or a no. There is no maybe in this process. They put out the RFP. They have a project, they have an actionable item, you've qualified all of this, then you should have no problem to get to a yes or a no. In the qualifying process, we found out that the customer agrees to a yes or a no process. They're not going to leave you hanging. So your job now, when you're in the negotiation process, is to get to the yes or the no. Yes, we agree on the price and terms and we're going to move forward. No, we don't agree on the price and terms. We're going to close this job down and we're going to move on and work on other things. Okay? It doesn't mean that you're never going to do business with this client. You're probably leaving an opportunity to come back again. If you've executed steps 1, 2, and 3 well, there's no reason the client wouldn't come back to you again because I think they're going to find this process satisfying. If they're not interested in this process, you're going to learn that in the qualifying phase and you'll never go through all of this in the first place. So just remember, you've got to follow all 3 steps. You've got to qualify the customer, you've got to position your company to do the job, and then you've got to work towards the close. So there's our series on RFPs. I hope it helps you figure out how to best approach your next opportunity. I'm Tom Stimson. Thanks for watching.